God has an urgent message for you today. Your soulmate just exposed you to everyone, revealing truths about who you really are. And this isn't just drama or betrayal. It's a divine revelation meant to set you free. God is using this painful moment to strip away the masks you've been wearing. This message comes with love to help you understand that what feels like humiliation is actually spiritual liberation. Your soulmate became an unexpected messenger, pulling back the curtain on parts of yourself you've kept hidden. This exposure is God's way of pushing you toward authentic living and genuine transformation. As you process these words, know that God sees the persona you've been showing the world and the real you hiding underneath. It's normal to feel ashamed, angry, or betrayed when someone exposes your truth publicly. But remember that divine wisdom is at work here. This revelation is your chance to stop pretending and start living honestly. You're receiving this message because there's still time to embrace what's been exposed instead of running from it. Even when being revealed feels like the worst thing that could happen, trust that this exposure is a blessing because living behind a mask was slowly destroying your spirit. The pain you feel right now is the birth pain of your authentic self finally breaking free into the light. As you think about what your soulmate revealed, take time to examine why those truths hurt so much to hear spoken out loud. Just like pulling off a bandage shows the wound underneath, this exposure removes the covering you've been using to hide your real self from the world. Hold on to your core goodness and genuine heart, but let go of the fake versions of yourself that you thought would make people love you more. Just like a sculpture appears when the excess stone is chipped away, your true self is being revealed by removing what was never really you. This exposure isn't meant to destroy your reputation, but to transform your life, making you stronger and more whole by ending the exhausting work of pretending. Sometimes the most loving thing that can happen is someone speaking truth that forces you to stop lying to yourself and others about who you really are. This exposure by your soulmate is more than just relationship drama. It's a spiritual awakening disguised as betrayal. It's a moment for you to see that even people who love us can become teachers who deliver hard truths when need to hear. Face this revelation with honesty, knowing that soulmates sometimes serve divine purposes that feel painful in the moment. There's a sacred plan unfolding in your life, and this exposure is part of it. Being revealed publicly might feel like the end, but see it as the beginning of authentic living. Every uncomfortable truth that comes to light becomes a stepping stone toward the person you are always meant to be. When the shame feels overwhelming, turn to prayer for understanding. God is always here to show you the purpose behind painful revelations and help you see the gift hidden in this exposure. In your prayers, you'll find the strength to face what's been revealed and the courage to own your truth instead of hiding from it. As we've discussed this divine exposure in your relationship, I'd like to continue supporting your journey toward authentic living. If these messages about truth and revelation resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more guidance on navigating spiritual breakthroughs in relationships. You're not alone in facing moments when your truth gets exposed to the world. Pay attention to the signs around this exposure that show it was divinely planned. These aren't just random events. They are sacred signals that God orchestrated this revelation for your highest good. As you look back, notice the timing of when your truth came out. Think about who witnessed the exposure and what specifically got revealed. You might realize that the right people heard at the right time, or that what came out was exactly what needed to be addressed. You might notice you feel lighter despite the embarrassment, or that you're sleeping better now that secrets aren't weighing on you. These aren't coincidences. They are confirmation that truth needed to surface. Trust your gut feelings about this exposure. That part of you that feels relief mixed with the shame is your spirit recognizing liberation. When you notice yourself breathing deeper, when you feel exhausted from pretending finally lifting, or when you realize you don't have to remember which version of yourself you showed to which person anymore. That's God confirming this exposure was necessary. These moments of unexpected peace are divine whispers telling you that being seen for who you really are is better than being loved for who you're pretending to be. Remember, you're not facing this exposed moment alone. God is with you, surrounding you with love even as you feel naked and vulnerable before others. Around you stands a team of guardian angels, spiritual guides, and heavenly helpers, all working to protect your spirit during this time of public revelation. This exposure was designed to free you from pretending, not to destroy your life, and every part of this painful situation is held in divine hands. Feel grateful that truth has come to light, even though it hurts, because living authentically is the only path to real peace. Each step you take in owning what's been exposed brings you closer to wholeness. The universe cradles your vulnerable heart during this transition, and nothing can separate you from divine love. Not even having your deepest truths revealed to everyone around you. Divine timing, God's perfect clock, is working in this exposure right now. When your truth gets revealed at exactly the moment when you're spiritually strong enough to handle it and grow from it. That's sacred timing at work. Take a moment to notice why this happened now instead of months or years ago. These moments show you're connected to God's plan for your authentic life, living in rhythm with divine guidance even through painful revelations. As you process what's been exposed, let it build your confidence in God's wisdom. Each person who knows your truth now is part of the divine design for your healing. Pay attention to how this exposure fits into your larger life story. It isn't random drama. It's a carefully timed intervention to stop you from continuing to hide. Keep your heart open to the lesson, hey. The more you accept this timing, the faster your path to authentic peace becomes. Just as you receive these divine messages about truth and exposure, your support helps us continue sharing similar guidance with others who are facing painful revelations in their relationships. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these messages to reach those who feel destroyed by having their truth exposed and need to understand the spiritual purpose behind it. Your generosity creates a community of authentic spiritual seekers. As you move forward from this exposure, believe that this revelation can lead to powerful spiritual transformation. Just like a butterfly cannot fly until the chrysalis breaks open, your authentic self cannot emerge until the protective shell of pretending gets cracked. God arranges these painful revelations perfectly, even when public exposure feels cruel at first. Focus on rebuilding your identity on truth because authentic living is what carries you into your blessed future. When you stop defending the false versions of yourself and start owning your real story, miraculous changes begin inside you. Opportunities you never imagined start appearing in your life. Every step you take toward embracing what's been exposed brings you closer to the peace that comes from being genuinely known. Stay committed to truth because your relationship with God flourishes when you stop hiding. The person you become after this exposure will be stronger, freer, and more aligned with divine purpose than the person you were while pretending. As you heal from this exposure, make it a habit to say, "I embrace the truth of who I am." Speak these words every morning with complete acceptance. This simple practice builds a foundation of self-love that public opinion cannot shake. When shame tries to creep back in or when you worry about what others think of you now, pause for a moment. Use this time to quiet your mind and reconnect with God's unconditional love for your authentic self. Trust that God sees the real you and loves every part. And begin each day thanking Him for the freedom that comes from no longer hiding. When you fill your thoughts with self-acceptance and divine love, you create space for genuine connections in your life. Align your heart with truth and courage, knowing that God's approval is the only validation you truly need. Your authenticity is the key that unlocks blessings that were blocked by pretending. During this challenging time, you're not just healing personally, but also becoming someone who can help others trapped in false versions of themselves. This experience of being exposed offers you a chance to show God's love through radical honesty. Each day gives you new opportunities to strengthen your authenticity and inspire hope in those still hiding their truth. As you pray for healing and connect with God, remember to share your story with people who need to hear it. Your courage in owning what was exposed can free others who are terrified of their own truths coming to light. Use your experience to help someone else step out of hiding. Embrace each day as a chance to build real relationships based on truth rather than pretense. In this journey, we grow stronger together, supporting each other through vulnerability and acceptance, creating a community of believers who understand that being genuinely known is better than being falsely admired. In closing, as we process this exposure and whatever emotions it brings, let's move forward with courage and authenticity. Be ready to welcome God's love for your true self. Face conversations with honest grace and recognize the blessings that come from being genuinely known. Trust in the power of prayer and in God's guidance through this vulnerable time. You are on a path to wholeness, surrounded by divine acceptance and strengthened by truth. Keep saying, "I embrace the truth of who I am," and watch as peace replaces shame in your heart. If this message has helped you understand the divine purpose in being exposed by your soulmate, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more guidance on authentic spiritual living. Hit the notification bell so you never miss messages meant to support your journey. When you share this video, you help others who are suffering from exposure see it as spiritual breakthrough instead of just betrayal. Dear Lord, please give us courage to embrace the truth of who we are and the wisdom to see your loving purpose in painful revelations. Amen. If this message has touched your heart or helped you process being exposed, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these messages with others walking through similar experiences. Please share in the comments what topics about relationships, truth, and authenticity you'd like to hear in our next video. Your suggestions help us bring you the guidance that matters most to your spiritual journey.